Wednesday, everyone. I'm Jody and I'm back at Wendy's Crafting Friends today, and we're going to make a cute necklace. So I'm going to do something on camera that I have never done on camera before, and frankly I'm a little bit nervous because I haven't practiced it, but I think I can handle it. I think I can. We're going to try it out. So we're using Jesse James Beads Magical Mystery Bead Box for May of 2024. This will probably be my last thing that I make for it. If I decide that, then I will throw on a little showcase at the end, but I don't know. There may still be one more thing I want to make. So we're just going to leave it at that for now, and we'll see how this goes. So we are using Modern Bohemian, and I really want to wire wrap on to this guy like around the one side. So that's kind of what I'm wanting to do. So let's give it a shot. I'm a little nervous, but it'll be okay. Let's give it a shot. Okay, so here's everything that I think I need today. We are using 24 gauge wire, and I'm not sure, I'm gonna probably end up using quite a bit of it, but I needed to have something a little bit more malleable to do the wire wrapping. So that's what I'm going to recommend here is the 24 gauge, and I'm doing it in, I think this is antique brass. Yes, antique brass. So it looks a little more coppery, which I'm good with because this also too looks a little more coppery. So does the chain. We're using the chain that came in the Jesse James bead box, and we're using this little hexagon shape blank that came in there too. We're using probably almost all of the Free Spirit with the exception of these two little tassels. We're not using those. We are more than likely going to use this entire strand of the Born Wild. So all of this really pretty Amazonite. And then I brought along with me some eye pins. So let's go over my plan. Sorry, I still have some remnants of the last project on my mat here. Should have shaken it off, but I didn't. So please excuse my mess. All right, so what our plan here is today is to wire wrap some small beads from this mix onto our hexagon. Then our other plan is to cut this into chunks and use it as links in between beads that are on an eye pin. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and separate out what I think will fit on here, and we'll go over that in a second. I'll be right back. Okay, you guys, I got everything sorted out to what I'm going to be using. I don't think I'm going to be using every single one of these beads, but I know that I want to definitely use the crystals. And while I was doing that, I was taking a look at this, and I'm like, you know, this is such a big space. So what I'm thinking is, instead of going down one of the sides, what if we wire wrapped beads onto the top, like so, and then we had like the opportunity to maybe hang a few down into the center, or maybe just leave it open. So let's experiment with that. So right now I have all of it separated. I may not use all of these metal ones. I know I definitely will probably use the copper ones, but as far as the silver and gold, I'm not sure. So I'm just gonna leave this little thing here for things that I'm not gonna use. So let's just get this started. I have my wire cut, and I cut probably about 3 feet of wire off. Don't know if I really need 3 feet of wire, but we're going to do 3 feet just in case. And I'm gonna start right here, because essentially I want to put wraps around here, okay? So I'm just gonna start right here, and I'm gonna hold this down, and we're going to take our short piece of my wire. I have about an inch, half an inch to an inch of wire hanging over, and we're just gonna wrap it around this corner a few times until it disappears. And then we're gonna mirror that same wrap on the other side. So if I wrap 3 times here, I'm gonna wrap 3 times over there, and so on. So let's just finish getting this through here. All right, and then we can trim that off, that little teeny tiny little piece there. All right, so it looks like we got 3 wraps. So let's make sure that we remember to do 3 wraps on the other side as well. And that way it's nice and even. Okay, so I'm gonna start with this little copper one here. And what I'm doing is I'm going to just string on everything that I want, okay? And I wanna do all these tiny ones first. We want to use as many of these little teeny tiny ones as we can. And I'm not stringing them on in any particular order. I'm just trying really hard not to put 2 of the same bead next to each other. So I'm just putting them on. Oops. I'm just going to keep stringing, just keep swimming. All right, and there we go. All right, let's see how much we have here now. So we have, it looks like maybe about 3 inches worth of beads. So maybe probably just maybe one more copper bead. And if I have to add more, I can, but let's just start here. So this is what we have. And I'm just making sure that my little wrap is back up to my corner where I wanted it. And we're just going to take this and bend it over. And we want the beads to go around too, okay? So we're gonna push this through, and I'm holding those beads on there. And it's okay if there's a little bit of wire gap, because we're gonna fix that. All right, so we're just pushing it on there, just wrapping it around and around and around. Okay, and let me just get this wire through here, and let me check on something. So now I'm wanting this to kind of be squished together. So I think we can figure out that it takes about 3 inches worth of beads to go around one of these little sides. All right, so we're gonna adjust all this towards the end too, because you can still move these around. And it looks like I can probably put 1 more bead on here. Why don't we go ahead, why don't we use a gold one? Okay, and now that we're there, we're going to take this and wrap it. Oh, I'm scattering beads. We're gonna wrap it around right here a few times, just a couple times. So we don't need to go too far, okay? Because what we wanna do is get it secure, okay? But then come over here so we can get ready to start on this side. And then we need to do the same thing. It's about like maybe 1 to 2 times around. I think I got once around, so let's do 1. And then let's do the same thing over here. Let's just keep on beading. Boy, I sure hope this turns out for us. If not, that's all right. We'll all be able to laugh and it will be okay. I'll be shocked if I make it work. Not that I don't believe in myself, because I do. It's just I haven't done anything like this in a very long time. And I'm going off of memory of what I did before. And like I said, I made earrings that had this kind of like little thing going on. But it was a couple years ago. And my memory isn't that great. So I'm hoping I remembered how to do it. Again, I didn't practice at all. So I find like sometimes I want to practice things and sometimes I just don't. You know, sometimes I'm just like, you know what, let's just go for it. Because, I mean, what's the worst that could happen? I hate it and I take it apart. I mean, that's okay. I mean, I'm okay with that. I mean, yeah, it would make for a really not great tutorial. So then I probably wouldn't end up posting it. So you guys wouldn't even hear this conversation that we're having right now. But we're hoping that it just turns out. All right, so I think a few more beads. Let's do another one of these peach ones. And I wonder if that is enough. I should have measured that to be certain, but I did not. So, all right, so let's go ahead and move this. We can add more beads to it if we need to. It's fine. Just got to keep making sure your beads are up where they're supposed to be. Then back through. I hope I'm staying on camera, you guys. I haven't even been paying attention. And I think we did it. So now here we're going to wrap a few times. I did 3 over there, so we're going to do 3 over here just to keep it even. All right. Oh, goodness, I just keep scattering beads everywhere. All right, so this is what we have so far. And I love that. I think that's really cute. But now you see we have the ability to add to this. So there's all these little spots that we can hang other beads from. So we have here, we have a bunch of little spots. So I think this is really cute the way this is. And we're going to experiment with adding some other things on. So let me go ahead and cut this off here, and I'll smush down my end, and I'm going to grab some head pins because my intention was to not do that, but we are going to do it, so I need to grab some head pins. I have my eye pins, but I don't have my head pins. All right. Okay, so here's that so far. And then I'll be right back. I'm gonna grab some head pins. Okay, you guys, I just dumped a bunch of head pins out here, and I'm just gonna kind of search through. I want my skinniest ones. I need the skinniest ones because I want to be able to do like a little wire wrap loop. So I'm just looking for those. And I am not organized with my head pins. As you can see, there's ball head pins in here. There's flat head pins in here. There's 2 different kinds of like bronze head pins in here. I'm a mess, you guys. I'm an absolute mess. So it's all right though. I'm sure you all love me anyway, even though I'm a mess. All right. See, this is what happens when I add to something or change my mind on something halfway through, or you know, early on in the beginning, or whatever it is. All right, so let's start with what we have here. And I do have some eye pins here in case we want that. And now what I'm thinking is to be able to grab onto some of this stuff. So let's start with an eye pin, because I want to be able to hang something from here and all the way straight down. So if we do like maybe this little coppery guy, And then maybe we do want to bring a gold one into it too. And then this little white one. Okay. And then we can, this one would be a simple loop. And we're going to be using some jump rings too, I think. So we're going to try to make a tiny simple loop here. Sometimes when I make them tiny, I don't make them very well. All right, so there's that. And then I feel like we could hang this from that. Let me see what this would be. Because that's going to go on a jump ring. Okay. Hold on, I think I hear Lucy at the door. Hi, Cheeto. Hi, buddy. Nope, it was Cheeto, not Lucy. Hi, big boy. All right, he's gonna go use his fancy litter box. All right, and it's the same thing with this. We're gonna do a wire wrap loop though with these. Those automatic cat litter things, they weigh your cat, so I know like when on my app that which one is going in, because all three of them weigh something totally different. All right, so there we go. And now it's cleaning it. You don't even hear it, do you? It's so quiet. I mean, I can hear it because I'm right here in the room, but okay. So now we're going to hang that from there, but we need some jump rings. And I think I want some finer jump rings than these. These are some, well, there's some fine ones in here. See, there's some pretty thick jump rings in here. Maybe that center one can be a little bit thicker, but the other ones, I think I want them to be a little bit thinner. All right. Hi, Cheeto. Hi, buddy. I know you're really wanting to crawl up on my table, but I got it covered with stuff, huh? It's like I want your friends to see me because I know your friends like me. All right, so now perhaps I should have hung this first, but we will make it work, you guys. One way or the other, we're going to make it work. Just want to get that jump ring through there. Without it getting stuck. There we go. A little fiddly, but I think we got it. There we go. Okay, yeah, so that hangs from there nice. All right, so now let's just see what we can do here. So if I just put like some of these little crystals. Buddy, you're gonna make it stop. He's so curious about the cleaning process, but he's gonna make it stop whenever he goes in there. All right, so let's just do some more little wire wrap loops here. So it might turn out to be a little bit longer of a tutorial for you guys. I'll try to stop it where I can and do some of the things off camera that you don't need to see me do over and over and over again. So that should help shorten it up a little bit. Otherwise, you guys will just be sitting here all day with me doing this whole process. Now, I haven't really thought too far into this, okay? Because this is kind of like we're winging it, all right? This whole thing here, this is us winging this project and just hoping for the best, hoping it turns out amazing, hoping it's something that I can do in the future with more pendants or earrings and stuff like that. So now I do want to try to hang these through here. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to slide some of these beads up because you can still maneuver them. And then I can use teeny tiny jump ring here and then just kind of move it back down. So let me find my jump rings again. And I know I have some teeny tinies here. So let's see. No, those are the teeniest. Or maybe they are. Let me see. I'm not sure how many we need. Okay. So let's just test this out. Let's test out our theory. Okay, so he used that one and now he's using marmalades. I don't understand. Are you okay, buddy? Because I think I explained to you guys that Marmalade will not use that monstrosity. He's like, there is no way that I am using that. He's like, I'm old school. I do my business in a box that has glitter in it. I don't do it in something that's gonna move and clean all by itself. My mom cleans up my business, which I'm mom, by the way, in case you didn't know. All right, so that's gonna work if I can just find what I did with my jump ring. Where's my jump ring? Oh, okay, there it is. It is fiddly. I kind of wonder if, excuse me, when I was stringing, if I would had the idea to like maybe put some on, you know, some of these already wrapped onto the wire before I like wrap the wire around, how that would have turned out. That might be something to test out later on. Of course, it's too late to test it out now. I'm not about to unwrap all this and redo it just to see if it'll work, but I can definitely test it out on a future project. All right, so we got that one on, but now I just want to kind of like hide that jump ring. So we'll do some more little wraps. So let's see. How exactly do I want to do this? Maybe if I kind of feel like I need to open that back up again. So I'm gonna let that sit right there. I'm sorry if this is a pain in your guys' neck, and if you're bored, you can turn it off. I'm really okay with that. I'm absolutely fine with that. So let's go ahead and do a couple more. Do this little one here. And I'm thinking about hanging it on that same jump ring. I kind of feel like he went in the box and did number 1 and then went in the like automatic cleaner, did number 1 and then came out and did number 2 in the box because it's stinky. So I feel like that's what he did. And I'm like, dude, it would have been better if you do number 1 in the box and do number 2 in the thing that cleans. Just, oh, only my cat, I'm telling you. Okay, this is becoming a real pain in my neck, but we're gonna do it. It's gonna happen. All right. You know what? That's not bad. Let's see. It's not bad at all. And then I can even hang some from up here on this jump ring too. Hang one more up there. Just gonna open that up and do this, okay? I'm just trying to make it look nice and full. Experimentation. I really need to get me some of those like needle nose pliers, like the really like super fine end. Okay, yeah, that's gonna look nice. That's gonna look great. Okay, so now that I got that figured out, I'm gonna go ahead and stop this. I'll hang this on here. I'll do more on here, and that way you guys don't have to painfully watch me. And I'll be right back and we'll do the next step. Okay guys, I'm back. And so here's our pendant. I think that turned out really cute. It looks really full up here at the top, and it did kind of fill that in some. So I really like that. And there are different things hanging at different levels, which I'm okay with because I want it to be a little different, a little eclectic. So we're all good with that. All right, so then now I'm just gonna go ahead and set these aside for another project. It looks like I probably will have other projects to do. And then we are going to go ahead and do some, we're gonna do some links. So I have all this stuff here, and I want to be able to use these little leaves, and of course all these little links. So I'm just going to try to, you know, put some in each pile because we want to do both sides. And it looks like we have an extra. So maybe I could even hook on the extra one in here somewhere, or maybe right up here. Oh, actually that wouldn't be a bad idea, is to put it right here. Yeah. All right, so we'll set him aside. And let's go ahead and make our links. So how we're going to do this is we are just going to do simple loops with all of these. So we'll do a few together and then I'll do the rest off camera. So I have my little leaf here, and then I'm just gonna bend my eye pin over, trim off what we don't need. May have trimmed too much off on that one. And then let's make our loop. Okay. And then let's do this bead. Now he's gonna tear up his little scratcher, which is fine with me. Better his scratcher than my furniture, right? Okay, a few here. Okay, there's a lot of steps in this necklace. I could have just simply strung it, but I didn't want to. I wanted it to look like this. I wanted there to be a lot of metal presence to this necklace. So the more I can use, the better I will feel about this necklace. do a couple more together, and then I will pause it, and I will do the rest off camera, and then we'll come back and do the next step. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, I have everything wrapped. So I have both of my sides here. Everything's all wrapped up. And now we have this chain, right? So what I want to do is I want to use some pieces from this chain, and I am going to actually cut this right in half. So the best way to find out where your half is to stick an eye pin or a head pin through the other two links, the end two links, and just pull it down straight. And then you should be able to find your half. Like this link right here is the one that I don't want. So we're gonna just take that and just snip that off. Just like so. And I made it look easy. There we go. And then pull that apart. Okay. And you should have like a little piece that flew somewhere. There it is. All right, and so now we have two lengths of chain. Now I am going to take one of these sides, and I'm going to go in half again. This is just easier than counting out lengths. Okay. So right down here at the bottom is the length that I need to cut. All right. Then we're going to take this one and cut it in half again. And then this one right down here is the one that I don't need. I know this is probably making you guys crazy that I'm losing all these links, but it's okay. I have a lot of chain and I'm okay with it. I do it this way because I tend to mess up on my links when I'm counting the lengths of the, or when I'm like using the little links to count out how many I need. So I really have to do it this way. Like this is the best way for me to not waste something, okay? Because I have wasted so many pieces because I'm like, nope, that's not right. So I'm cutting it off anyway. So I might as well just start right here and cut it off. All right, so we're doing this one in half again. So technically we're only using half of this chain, okay? Just half. The other half of the chain we could save for another project. For my first cut, that half. I'm having a hard time with this one. It's like I just trimmed the little corner off of it. All right, there we go. At least now I can tell which one it is. Some of these links are so tiny that you're just like, can't even really see them. So there's a couple. Oh my goodness, you guys. Okay, we'll do this one more and then I'll cut the rest of this off camera so I'm not making you guys bored. I wanted to make sure you saw all the steps that I was taking for this. Otherwise, I would have come prepared with it already cut. But I really wanted you to see all the steps that I was doing to do this necklace. I mean, there are people out there who are just beginning and they may not know exactly what is going on. I was that person. I'm sure we all were that person at one time. So, all right. There we go. And now I'm going to cut this one up and I'll be right back. Okay, guys, I'm back. So let's go ahead and put this together now. So I am going to go ahead and put my one little only bead that I had left on a eye pin. And we're going to do a wire wrap loop here using a little bit bigger of a loop. Because essentially I am going to use the wire wrap right here on this side of it. Okay, whoop, goodness. So let me go ahead and grab a hold of that, get my pliers, and let's just do a nice little wrap here. There, like so. All right. We'll trim that off. And that's what it's going to look like. And then we need a jump ring. And we are going to hook the jump ring on. I think I want to do, let's see. I got these chains, so I think I want to do, actually I may not even need a jump ring if I start with the chains. Yeah, maybe that's what we'll do. Okay, we're going to start with the chains, and that way I can forego that jump ring. And we can just put both of these pieces right on here. There we go. There. All right, so now we have both of our chains right on our little focal, okay? Just like that. And now we just need to decide exactly how we want to do this. So if I'm starting with the chains, and I know I have more beads than I do these guys, I think I'd want to do like these two together like this, do another chain, and then do the same thing here and the same thing over here. Okay, and then we have another piece of chain which will be do the same thing again. And then we just have two extra little beads that we're going to end up using. And then maybe we'll want more chain for the back of the necklace. I'm not sure. It's really going to depend on how long this ends up getting. I think that we'll be good with what we have, but we'll kind of just play that part by ear. So let's just start on one side here, and let's go ahead and link all this together. So I'm going to start with my bead and put that on this side. And I didn't really pay any attention to like what colors are by each other. It doesn't matter to me. I'm not worried about them having the closest color across from it or anything like that. That does not bother me at all. Like, I really would actually prefer that it isn't so matchy going across. Like, this is going to be one of those necklaces that it's not going to match. You know what I mean? It's just not. All right, and then let's do the next one. Oops, so make sure I'm opening the right side here. Okay. There we go. let's grab one of these guys. Open that right up and put that right on. This is the part that's going to go a little bit faster. This is just opening, closing, opening, closing. And then our chain. I might grab another little piece of chain, I don't know. Or if this is long enough without doing that, then I might just call it good here and save the rest of my beads for, like, if I have like an extra bead or two, save the rest of those for a pair of earrings to go with this. So I'm wondering if you guys have any big plans this weekend. Or is it just going to be kind of a weekend to catch up on relaxation or chores because we had a big holiday weekend this past weekend? What are you guys doing? I'm going to the Toledo Zoo on Saturday, Toledo, Ohio. And me and Shane are gonna have lunch out that day too, and just kind of enjoy our time. So that's what we're doing. And then Sunday I'll have church, and then I'll have to try to play catch up. We're gonna do a pickup order for groceries on Friday, and since Shane gets out of work at like 1 o'clock in the afternoon, I don't get out of work till 4, he said he'd pick it up. So I plan on doing an Aldi and a Meijer pickup grocery. I don't know if any of you have an Aldi near you, or if you haven't shopped at Aldi, or if you do shop at Aldi. I absolutely love Aldi. The only problem is I really need to do pickup orders there because I get in there and I'm like, what list? And I just start buying like so many things, and I don't even, like, I'll buy everything that's on my list plus more, and it's really not good for my budget. But I get down the random aisle and I'm like in love. I'm like, look at all this stuff that I don't need but I have to have. It was kind of like my trip on Monday to Marshall's. I was kind of bored, and before we were getting ready to have people over, and I had all my stuff kind of like caught up, but I really just wanted to go out. And my problem is sometimes I just want to go out and spend money on random stuff. So I got my purse together and I put it on the couch, and I was, getting my shoes on, and Shane's like, are you leaving? And I'm like, yeah, I'm going to go to Marshall's. And he's like, what do you need at Marshall's? I'm like, I don't need anything at Marshall's. And he looked at me and I smiled, and then he's like, I'll go with you. So I think I may have said this on another video, but just in case you guys didn't see that one and you see this one first, you can, hear it. I don't know if I said it or not, but anyway, I ended up finding some things that I didn't need but I wanted, so it was fun. I didn't spend a lot, just spent a little, but it was enough to make me happy, and it was stuff that was just for me. Like, I got some new makeup brushes, and I got some new little face wash cloths, like the little ones that already have the stuff in it, like the little disposable ones. I love those. And so I got some of those. And what else did I get? Oh, I don't remember. It was because it was that random. But yeah, it was fun. That was really fun. But I saw a lot of other things that I had like some good ideas for. I was looking at a lot of the bathroom, like stuff to, decorate my bathroom with, and stuff like that. So I was just getting some ideas too on what they had available. All right, let me see how long this is. I think I might want to go one more length of chain. So now I think what I'm going to do, and I'm not going to put any more beads on it. We're going to save these guys because these would be great to work in with another project, like a pair of earrings or a bracelet to go with this necklace. So let's just put some chain on here because I do want this to be a little bit longer. And we're gonna go ahead and cut this in half and use that half to make 2 halves. If that makes sense. All right, let me grab an eye pin. Because I don't want it too long, but I don't want it like choker style either. All right, cut that. And we're almost done with this necklace, you guys. And we will have some chain that we can use on another project, so that's great. I'm definitely gonna have to shake off my mat. Take it over to the garbage and dump it out. All right, so now this is the one we're gonna use for our clasp. I can hear a mourning dove out there cooing. I love the way they sound. When I was a little girl, I didn't know they were mourning doves. I used to think they were owls. I used to think they were saying, hoo, hoo. And I always thought, oh my gosh, we have so many owls around our house. But then when I got older, I realized, nope, those weren't owls. Those were mourning doves. All right, so now we have our clasp and our jump rings. So let's go ahead and open up one of these and put our chain on. Grab our jump ring. Put our clasp on one side. And then our chain on this side. And then our jump ring on this side. Come on, you. Oh, well, that one just flung. I'll find that one in a little bit. Let's grab a new one. Just shot right across the room. All right, okay. Now we have our necklace. Our necklace is done. So let's go ahead and turn the camera around and I'll try this on for you guys. And I think that turned out really cute. I'll be right back. Okay everyone, here it is. And it actually matches what I'm wearing today too. That's kind of great. So this is what it looks like. Bring you in a little bit closer. So it hangs really nice right there, and then going up you see the little beads and some chain in between. So I think that turned out really cute. I hope you guys had fun with this one. I know it was a little bit longer of one, but I think it was important to see all the steps that you need to take when you want to do something like this, just so you know what kind of time you're looking into. But of course, if you can make up your mind what you want to do in the beginning, you won't take up so much time like I do. Anyway, so that's all I have for you today. Many blessings to you all, and I hope you have a great night. Bye, guys.